are you a student?
Yes, ma'am. I'm a student right now, and I've just 15 days before I've taken the exams of my 12th standard, and I have got around 2 to 3 months of vacation. So I'm just practicing as much as I can for learning
Okay,
English. And for learning English, I have been practicing since the COVID pandemic. So you can say approx 4 months, 4 years.
4 years. Okay, nice to know that you are a student and that also just 12th standard. Now, you okay, after 12th, which subject, which specialization you are going to opt for? Or even at, I think
Uh,
at plus level, you plus one, you choose the subject of your choice. Are you a science student or humanity or commerce student?
I'm a commerce student. Yes.
Okay. So, but before that, Pushkar, just let me know which place you belong to.
Sure, I'll give you my introduction in brief. Hello, a very good evening. Ma'am, my name is Pushkar Jain. I am from Mumbai, Maharashtra, but right now I'm dwelling in Jaipur, Rajasthan. But as I have got a 2 to 3 months of time, I'm utilizing it not only with practicing English or not only with speaking English, but also with doing a computer course, which you can call it as MSCIT and learning Excel and Tally.
Tally. You are learning Tally also.
Tally, Excel, and MECIT, the basics.
Okay. Tally is, I think, a part of your curriculum in commerce. By default, it is you people are being taught.
It is, but there are two options. You can choose either finance or you can go to the IT sector. So I've chosen finance. So that's the only reason I'm not well, you can say, well versed to IT, to Tally.
Okay. Tally comes under IT sector.
Yes.
Because I know something about Tally that when the account is maintained in my office, I know the accountant and other people they work on Tally. So whenever they bring the documents to me, they let me know that we have already, it has been done in Tally. I simply know this thing that it is a sort of some software. It is a software, we must say. It is a software. It
Yes.
is an application.
No, it is a software.
It's a software. Yeah, they do their all account jobs in Tally. I know that thing.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am,
Okay,
can
okay.
you please also share where are you from or your introduction in brief, please?
Okay, Pushkar, at the moment when I'm talking to you, I'm sitting here in Jalandhar. Actually, I belong to Punjab. Okay. I was born in Delhi, brought up in Amritsar, but now for the last 30 years, I'm in Jalandhar. So you can say at the moment, Jalandhar is my hometown. Have you heard of
Okay.
Jalandhar?
No,
You
ma'am.
haven't heard of Jalandhar?
No,
Okay.
ma'am. I've heard
Punjab.
about Chandigarh. I've heard about Chandigarh. Is that the capital of Punjab and Haryana? Yes, I've heard
Yes.
about that.
Chandigarh is city beautiful. That is, you may
Yes,
say, crown of Punjab.
yes,
That is very organized city, very beautiful city. And any youth, suppose if somebody of your age is belongs to any area of Punjab, the first dream, if one has to think about something nearest but the beautiful and the modern place, so at that time Chandigarh would be the first choice. And after Chandigarh, then some metro city, and then after metro city, directly to Canada or New Zealand or Australia.
Metro City, are you talking about Mumbai?
Yeah, depends upon the interest, depending upon the interest. Like suppose somebody is from IT sector, you may say, they would prefer to go to Bangalore or Hyderabad because I'm not too much into it.
They are well
But of
developed.
course, metro cities. Metro means where there are more job avenues.
Yeah. Also, ma'am, Hyderabad is called as the IT hub, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, yes, that is the IT hub. For sure, that is IT hub.
Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, do you want to know my age?
I could guess it. You are hardly 17 and 18.
16.
Nice.
Yes, ma'am.
So, at such a younger age,
Yes, ma'am.
Pushkar, you have decided to work on your communication skill. Normally, you know what is happening with me these days? Whenever I'm having these kinds of chat sessions, normally I interact with or I gets to encounter with the younger boys normally. So that gives me immense pleasure and a sort of satisfaction that the youth of today is quite aware of everything.
Yeah.
They know what is their goal and they also know how to achieve it. And they are very well aware of it that communication is a best tool to handle or to address everything. And to
Yes,
hone
ma'am.
your communication skill, I guess the English is the first choice. English language.
Of course it is.
Isn't it?
It is.
You just
Yes, ma'am.
let me know if you want to add something in it, that why you are working on your communication skill. You already live in
Yes.
Bombay, in Mumbai. It's a metro city. So I don't think that when you will grow up, you would find any problems in finding the job there, because people from the youth from the smaller city they move to the metro city. But what is specific in your case that you want to hone or you want to ace your fluency?
Okay. Thank you so much for having me over here. The answer of the question it is that as I belong to the commerce stream, as I've chosen the commerce stream, always there was a thought whenever I have chosen it that I have to improve my communication skills, and this should be my strong point wherever I go for a job interview. Because if we are becoming any BPO or we go to anywhere, I'm not talking about BPO, but even if I'm an advisor or I'm an executive, it's very important to empathize or to understand what the customer wants to say, what your client wants to say. So it's very important for me. And as I've decided that I'll be either going for the CA or for the advertising, that is the marketing sector. And in marketing sector, you need to interact with the customers a lot. And there I think that English is the most strong point that you can ever have. And that's the only reason. At a very beginning I started, I was an introvert, but it took around 4 years to me change in my personality into an ambivert. Speak to anyone, not even with my teachers. I used to be very scared, very timid. But from there onwards, I had a thought in my mind that what's this life about? If you're not doing learning new things in your life, every day is a new beginning for you. And what I believe is that, ma'am, that learning it is a process right from the birth till the eternity. It is a process. That's what I do believe, and that's the only reason why I've started in the COVID pandemic. Because what happened when the pandemic started, I was in my ninth standard, and all the exams were closed, were cancelled, it were terminated, and all the schools and colleges were shut down. So that was the very best time for me to practice English. And there, from there onwards, the journey started. And as I belong to the commerce stream, we always taught that before you execute something, you should have a proper planning of it. And that's what I've done. And that's the only reason, man.
Pushkar, have anybody has anybody ever told you that you speak so well?
No, nobody told me like that because I
You speak
interact with many people.
you speak so well, and I think so far as your information is concerned, you are well informed person. I tell you, I cater to youth, and I work in an institution which is an institution of higher education. Means after 12th, when you enter in the college, my journey begins from there. So I cater to the students who enter to my institution at the age of 17 or 18, and they stay there with me up to their 24 or 25th year of their age. But it is very rarest of the rare thing that I have ever come across a youth who is well aware of his goals, who knows how to attain the goal, who is well informed. You are really wonderful person.
Thank you so much, ma'am. But I think that the all credit is not only because of my hard work, but also because of the support that I've got from my parents and especially my mom. So all the credit goes to her. It's because of her that I'm here right now. If she wouldn't have given birth to me, I wouldn't have been over here and I wouldn't have spoken to you or talked with you. It's just because of her.
Another feather in your crown. It also tells that the way you have been nurtured in your family.
Right.
So from your persona, your family standard, your family values, they are also reflecting. I can guess the kind of, you can say, the way your mom or your dad has, they are working on you, and how much aspirations they have from your side also.
Right, ma'am.
Wonderful. Then let me know anything else you want to talk about. Like now your schooling is over, okay?
Right.
So you're going to join a college. At the moment you are living
University.
in Jaipur.
And university. In Mumbai, we have a primary school from first to fourth, then the secondary from fifth to 10th standard, and then we have colleges that is 11th and 12th standard, and then afterwards the first year, the second year, it's like that. You enter into a university.
Now you're going to enter into the university.
Yes, ma'am.
Because
In
in
Mumbai, it's
Punjab
like
it is not like that. In Punjab, yet it
yes,
is not like
I know
that.
that very well. I know that very well, ma'am. Ma'am, there was a platform which was
Pakistan.
called as Leap Scholar. Yes, ma'am. It was famous for all the people who used to come from Punjab, and they used to say to me that they want to go to Canada for their IELTS exam, ma'am. I still have a doubt in my mind that why most of them who are from Punjab, who belongs to Punjab, they wanted to go to Canada. What's the reason actually? I so far I've spoken to
Okay.
more than hundreds of people, but I've not yet clarified that what's the actual reason behind that.
First, you named Leap Scholar. Did you say Leap Scholar? I couldn't hear. Your voice got cracked in
Leap
between.
Scholar. Leap Scholar.
What's it, Leap Scholar?
Okay, ma'am. What used to happen? This is a platform for all the IELTS aspirant. I did
Competent
had a thought.
exams.
Yes, IELTS exam. If you want to go abroad,
You
I did
joined.
have.
You joined. I'm interrupting you. You joined Leap Scholar also.
Yes,
Did you join
this
that?
there was a free speaking rooms. There were free speaking rooms.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
know.
only reason.
Okay. Another thing, in our universities, if you want to go for honors at the degree level, then you
Okay.
then you have the option to join the university. But otherwise, normally graduation is being done in the colleges, and just to go for post graduation, the students then they move to the university. So, and another question to answer to your question that why it is happening that the youth you have talked to, whatever be the number, like you told me, in hundreds of the number you have talked to the people belonging to Punjab, and everybody aspires to go to Canada. Actually, Pushkar, frankly speaking, I don't have the exact reply to it. But one thing is for sure that Punjab is a very prosperous state, okay? And I think the youth at the age of 16, 17 onward up to 30, everybody aspires a good future, okay? And most of the economy of Punjab depends upon agriculture, okay? But there is no much scope left in this sector. Though there are some landholders, but the number is very less. Most of the people who are having very just small patch of the land, they are just hand to mouth. Okay. Due to globalization, now word has, come on a very small platform due to this social media, you call it
Right.
globalization. The youth of Punjab has seen the world on the other side. Okay. Though some of the industries are there in Punjab, but actually Punjab is not an industrial state. Okay. Now to for the greener pasture on the other side, you may say, and moreover, sorry to say, the government is whosoever comes in power, the government never comes up with good policies for the youth. Because I'm into teaching, I cater to the problems of the youth. I understand it very well that for us, being the teachers, it's very difficult to make a student sit in the classrooms. Instead of coming and sit in the classrooms in the colleges, they would prefer to go to the IELTS centers and they would prefer to sit over there. So The moral of the story is they don't find good future here. So because there are no good policies and no more job avenues, if jobs are there, their number is very less. And even in the jobs, they are not actually paid the amount they deserve
Right.
or the amount that is desired. This is the reason they are migrating to foreign land in uncountable number.
Right, ma'am. Actually, I can just call it as a misfortune, nothing else.
Yeah, it's misfortune.
It's very
Maybe,
unfortunate, ma'am, that our
yeah,
government is
maybe
not
the
doing anything.
yes, maybe might be the possibility that the state governments, other state governments, they might have developed some good avenues for the people living over there. But in Punjab, this is not the case. It is
Right.
unfortunate on their part.
Yes, ma'am. I can also understand the what's the story behind it or what they are going through. They are not able to get the desired salary or what do they deserve. Actually, everyone has a potential, ma'am. That's the one thing. Everybody has the potential. The thing is that they are not able to realize that what kind of a ability that I do have. As I come from the Marwadi family, you might have heard about it. I am very good in accounts, so that's the only reason why I've chosen commerce. That's the only reason, ma'am. And I know that I can become a CA aspirant as well if I want to. Yes, ma'am.
And what do you want to become in life? You want to become a CA or you want to begin with your business? Because Marwadis are excellent business persons, businessmen, very good
They
at
are, ma'am,
accounts.
and my father is also a businessman. My father is also a businessman, and most of my sisters and my what I say brothers, they want to become a businessman only. But I want to do something other than that because that's very unusual thing that everyone goes to business. It's not for me. I want to do something unique, something freaky, which is different from everything. That's the only reason, ma'am, why I've started learning English. It might help me. It is going to help me, that's for sure.
And where do you see yourself after 5 or 6 or 10 years?
5, 6, or 10 years as a CA, successful CA, or as a successful teacher in the subject of English.
CA and teacher, poles apart.
Yes, ma'am.
But now you will definitely do your graduation in commerce, I guess. Okay. So it means there are the chances that after the completion of your graduation, Pushkar all of a sudden switches over to English literature. Is there possibility of this thing also?
There are 100% of possibility. What I have thought before 10th standard that I'll be doing PhD, not masters, but doing PhD in this language. Ma'am, I'll tell you one thing. English is full of fun. What happens with me that the longest word in English is around 40 to 45 letters. It is as pneumono ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis. It is the heart lung disease. What usually happens with me in when I was in my 8th standard, there was the word which was said as supercalifragilistic This was the word. This is around 35 letters. What happened with me? I was called on the stage as I won a medal. Okay, this happened with me, and I was asked to say something, some few words, like 2 words. But I was very nervous at that time because that was the first medal that I have won in my school. So what happened with me? Instead of saying that I'm completely blank, I'm totally speechless, I said this word. I'm supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. So everyone was, oh, what's this? It means that I'm totally speechless. That's what I did.
You are a precocious child, I must say. You are already doing wonders. Then why did you wish to talk to have this kind of conversation with me, the person who is of a very
Teacher,
average standard?
teacher, teacher. I can never forget a teacher. I've learned so much from you. I've watched your videos a lot, ma'am. That's the only reason. Because what usually happens, or what do I believe, ma'am? if you are a beginner, then you should always speak to a person who is better than you, or you are at an intermediate level. So you should always not speak to a beginner, but you should always speak to a person who is better than you. If you are a beginner, if you are at intermediate, and if you're speaking to a beginner, what can usually happen? A beginner can make mistakes. This is very usual. This is the very common thing. You can make mistakes with them as well because you listen to them. As you listen to them, it would become as a habit for you to start making mistakes. So I've learned from all of these kind of experiences that I had, and that's the only reason, ma'am, why I'm having a conversation with you. To error is human. A human can make mistakes, but a human can never forget the role of a guru in their life. And you're like a guru to me, ma'am. That's the only thing.
My, my goodness. So I'm really grateful for your beautiful this choice of words. I'm speechless, Pushkar. So I can't say anything further.